Hi everyone, welcome back to another video and thank you so much for joining me on the rest of my playthrough. So if you remember last time we ended up running through, I think it's the third dungeon, and it's basically Thanar on fire while the people were turning into these monsters. And we don't know the cause yet. I have a few theories about what's going on, but I think it's a good place to be able to kind of end it there, especially after learning that when you transform apparently into these monsters, there's no saving you, not even your soul. You're not even able to return to the ethereal sea or be reborn someday. You're just gone. Apparently, that's what happens to you if you turn into one of these monsters, at least according to Y'shtola. So right now we're heading back to the city to maybe figure out exactly where these beasts are coming from, what's causing it, maybe find a way to put a stop to it, basically. So here we are. We're back here at Razat Han. Hold on, it's a little dark in here. Yeah, it's a little better. Okay, so here we are back at Razat Han. Okay, oh yeah, and Vitra went off to take care of the rest of the monsters with the Stinian, so that's why he's not here. But we have Ahiwan here, and burden is heavy indeed, yet he need not bear it alone. Forgive me, my friends, but I must return to Meghadud for the time being. There I can better manage this crisis and dispatch my troops as the situation sees fit. In that case, we shall carry on the investigation of our own here in the city. Mayhap the residents can tell us more about the first of the transformations and the conditions under which it occurred. If we can ascertain what exactly triggered these tragic events, it may give us some insight to a possible solution. Time is of the essence. Let us split into 3 groups, that we may cover more ground. Alize and I will see to Palka's path. Thancred and Y'shtola, pray Meg for Darum. I leave Artha to Graha and you, Claire. Any information you can gather on the first blasphemy or the manifestation of the final days here in the city would be most helpful. We have completed our respective inquiries. Let us reconverse in front of the Meghaduta, and that we might share what we've learned with the satrap. Oh, these names. I'm butchering these names. If I am, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. But it looks like it's going to be us with Graha. That's great. Shall we bid off then? Artha is home to the High Crucible of Kimia, whose alchemists forged many of our warding scales. That seems as good a place as any to begin our investigation, don't you think? I spoke briefly with Naudim, the chief alchemist there, on our last visit. He should be happy to answer our inquiries. Okay, so he's going to be following us around. I'm not going to lie, I love Graha. He's probably one of my favorite characters. He went from such a minor role to such a great character. Okay, so we're heading to the High Crucible. I can't help but wonder if they're going to do that with other characters, you know, bring them back eventually, like even if they were just tiny little side characters. I hope they do. Can we do it yet? No, we cannot. Base, temporary disabled, blah blah blah. Okay, so we still can't teleport here directly, which is irritating. Oh well, what can you do? Making pretty good progress with the game so far, though. Alchemia. So I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. That is cool, though. This place is so cool. I remember those red eyes. You're one of those Scions who commissioned the scales from us, yes? I welcome you back to the High Crucible. What brings you here in these troubling times? We are assisting the satrap in investigating the crisis that plagues the city. Did you happen to catch sight of any of the creatures? I did. As I was going about my work, I was disturbed by thrashing footsteps so powerful that the very ground shook. I rushed outside and could not believe what I beheld. The night sky was burning. Suddenly I heard panic screams coming from the direction of Balsam Bazaar. The next second, a monstrous beast poked its head out from amidst the stalls. A handful of the Radiants rushed to the scene, only to be sent sprawling as the fiend and its minions propelled themselves skyward. So the blasphemy came from the vicinity of the markets. This knowledge may prove useful. I thank you for sharing your tale. I do believe we now know where we should inquire next. To the bazaar, then. Alright. I have a theory about this. It just sort of popped into my mind when I heard the blasphemy from the dungeon kind of let out its dying moans, like its final breath. It kept saying, I'm ruined, I'm ruined. And I can't help but think back to that merchant guy, like very near the beginning when we first came to Thavnar. I don't know, that just popped into my head, so I thought, like, is he that thing? Because I can't really, I couldn't really think of any other explanation. That just sort of popped into my head. Forgive me, but my shop's closed until further notice. Needless to say, we're more pressing concerns these days. We've come not in search of wares, but information concerning the enormous fiend that tore through the bazaar. Did you perchance witness anything? Afraid not, my friend. I was here the whole time, so I only saw its little minions. Made a mess of the place, they did. While that was all going on, the great big one tore through the west side of the bazaar. You'd better luck asking there. Okay. What about you? So this is the Thavnarian weave. I must say it bears a resemblance to the traditional fabrics of Corvos. Small wonder, really, given it's just across the water. Not that I am much of an expert in Corvos culture, of course. I have not had the occasion to visit my ancestral home since coming to Charlotte, and like us nods, I will never reside there again. That said, in recent days I felt more acutely aware of my heritage, and grateful for it. It is thanks to my forebears that I inherited the royal eye, and with it, the wisdom of ancient Alec. And so, well, I simply hope that my countrymen are safe, and one day, when this calamity is but a memory, I would like to see Corvos again, if only once. According to Nahadin, the blasphemy came from the direction of Balsam's Bazaar. Let us inquire there to see if any of the vendors or customers can enlighten us further. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see Corvos someday. I really would. I love seeing any place new, but I can't imagine Graha, you know, settling there. At least not for long. Or maybe I just don't like the idea of us having to say goodbye to him. He's such a sweetheart. Something the matter, traveler. If you are lost, perhaps I could be of assistance. Your offer is most appreciated. We are not lost, but we are in need of information. Might you know anything about the gargantuan beast that rampaged through the bazaar? Aye, I saw it all, though I wish I had not. Was going about my work when all of a sudden a piercing scream cut through the air. I turned around and there was the fiend, its massive body bursting through that entryway with the force of a tidal wave, and then it was gone as quickly as it come. Okay, so that's something. Sisters, have mercy! What is happening to the world? What am I to do? Is nowhere safe! Calm down, friend. The danger has passed, at least for now. If it's not too painful to remember, could you tell us what you saw? I can't talk today. First I heard the screams, then a horde of ravening beasts came charging towards us. One of them was huge, bigger than a Maret, throwing people about like rag dolls, and it was eating them! I hid under the counter, saw others do the same. But the shrieking and wailing kept getting louder, more voices in the throng. Beasts or victims I couldn't tell. I knew not what was happening. I still don't. That is enough, my good man. You were brave to share with us your tale. Many of your fellow merchants are safe. The High Crucible, too, has survived mostly unscathed. Pray stay close to your friends and loved ones, and rest your body and mind while you are able. I suspect that is the most we can expect the people here to tell us. I think it best if we find a place outside the bazaar where we might rest and review our findings. Nope, wrong way. There's nobody else here. I'm kind of worried about that. Why is no one else here? Well, we got one person, but still. Judging by their accounts, the transformation had already occurred by the time the beast reached the bazaar. It tore through the west side of the bazaar and headed towards the Aetheryte Plaza. In other words, the blasphemy may have first appeared in this vicinity. That being the case, the people in that mayhem can surely tell us more. Okay, so let's head up this way. Oh, look at the sky. Going after that enormous beast, are you? Aye, I saw it, including the very instant that poor bastard transformed. Damn the gods for putting me there. Started over there by the window. A few men, merchants probably, talking and drinking. Conversation must have taken a turn for the worse. Next thing I know, their leader, I suppose he was, buries his head in his hands and black mist was swirling about him. Then his whole body bursts apart and there stands a hideous, slavering beast, massive and foul, all gaping maws and bulging eyes. His friend starts shrieking, then the black mist comes again until the change takes them too. The stuff of nightmares, I tell you. Nightmarish indeed. Incidentally, do you perchance know who those merchants were? No, I'm a decorator by trade, not much cause to mingle with their sort. Really? I'm surprised there. Saw Mietel, the barmaid, chatting with them though. She might know something. Okay. Mietel. Okay, oh. Didn't notice that there were two people here. Even after repairing all that damage, it'll take a while for business to pick up again. You mean the blasphemy? That's what the Radiants have been calling it anyway. I saw it too, we all did. I was standing here at the counter as Mildred poured me a drink, and suddenly there came this dreadful sound like a pained, angry groan. It wasn't like anything I've ever heard. I turned back in shock, and from an ominous cloud of black mist rose the creature, enormous and ghastly to behold. As for what happened next, to recall it sent shivers up my spine. By some stroke of fortune, I was able to slip outside before the beast got its claws on me. But the sight that greeted me offered no solace. The blue sky turned red as blood. Mildred, myself, and the other survivors clung to each other for dear life until the Radiant host came to our aid. Wait, did I hear you correctly? The beast manifested before the skies began to burn? I'm certain of it! The windows here are often a clear view of the sky, and I saw nothing out of the ordinary until the beast appeared and began to rage. Interesting! I was expecting the skies to burn first. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Mildred's Mehan. What can we get you? We have come not for liberations, but rather for information. You, Mithel, are you not? We are investigating the so-called blasphemy on the Satrap's behalf. We hear it was one of your customers, a merchant, that first underwent the transformation. What can you tell us about him? He was something of a regular here, especially of late. Calzal was his name. He ran his own consortium, dealing primarily in the exports of Thanarian specialties. I knew it was him! I knew it! It's through him we met Matsia. Yes, the name rings a bell. Didn't you meet them both on your first trip to Thafnar? If I recall correctly, Kazal ran a trading operation in Yedimad, and it was there you met Matsia's acquaintance. Yes, that is the name. Kazal, no doubt. A rather successful man from what I gather. That said, it was clear that he had fallen on hard times of late. Those ghastly towers popping up everywhere cannot have been good for business. Even now, with the towers gone, the collapse of the Empire has led to all sorts of problems elsewhere. The market for luxuries is surely not what it once was. Trying times for the head of a trading consortium, indeed. Gazelle was a compassionate man. Even as his own business suffered, he did what he could to provide for the artisans, fishermen, and many others who counted on him to sell their wares. Oh, why is always the good people that go first? Indeed, that was the very topic of yesterday's meeting, as far as I could hear. Yet as they discussed matters further, Kazal's tongue grew grave and grim. It was then that... Forgive me, I would not have you recall the memory if it brings you pain. If I could, I would ask just one more thing. Did you notice anything unusual about Kazal in particular? Please, anything at all. Sorry, nothing springs to mind. Perhaps someone else can help you. Kazal lived for his work and had no family that I know of. His employees and associates knew him best, but they too are lost to us. Still, perhaps his neighbors know something I do not. I can direct you to them if you believe it would help. What do you say? I suppose it's as good a place as any to try. But I knew it was Kazal! I knew it! Couldn't remember the name, but I knew it was him! Okay, so the next one. What do you have to say? Thanks to Mihail, it appears that we have a new lead. Let us leave no stone unturned. Miss the apocalypse. Mihail has information that should serve you well. Kazal made his home in Kama, a nearby residential area. From what I gather, Kazal lived there since childhood and was known throughout the neighborhood. Ma, the name is new to me. How do we get there? I'll write down some directions. I cannot promise that you will find what you seek there, but if nothing else, it is a start. Come, let us see where this lead takes us. Grahati is now company. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. Okay. Yeah, so he's still following us. That's good. Oh man, that's a terrible sky. You okay, buddy? Poor merchants turned into frightful beasts. Yeah, I know. It's terrible. I mean, I have some theories on that too, so I think maybe it has something to do with like negative emotions, or maybe I've just been playing like Kingdom Hearts too many times right now. Okay, ask for directions. Let's see, after leaving the Mayhan, we're to retrace our steps and head back towards the Aetherite Plaza. Okay. Residents of Kama should know more of Kazal's circumstances. If we follow Miha's directions, we'll be there in no time. Okay. This is unusual. Usually they just point it out on the map and we just find our way there somehow. But yeah, I was thinking about maybe it's negative emotions, like sadness or anger or something that caused them to transform. Because they were saying that Kazal has been looking pretty depressed. Like his tone was grim and grave and everything, and I don't know, it makes sense to me for some reason that maybe like these bad emotions are kind of what's causing it, and I love these things. They're so freaky. Okay, Graha. Just for directions. From here, we ascend the stairs. What stairs? These stairs? Okay, we're back outside then. So this must be huge, in which case we should take the path leading southeast. Go down this way. If we keep going this way, we should arrive in Kama before long. Walking these unfamiliar streets is quite the adventure, is it not? We can only hope we can explore Razadhan at our leisure once this crisis has passed. Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be a nightmare to remember all of this because there's just so many colors and everything. It's going to be hard to keep track of landmarks. I mean, it's not like, hey, just head over to the blue building. Every building has multiple colors. I mean, I like it. It's just kind of confusing. This must be Kama. We arrived at last. Let's begin questioning the residents without delay. No doubt someone here could tell us more about Kazal. Given recent events, I imagine many are taking shelter indoors. Okay, so we have to go barging into people's homes now. I'm okay with that. Let us see. Sooner than this weather turned and those nasty beasts starts running amok. We're safe here, though, surely. For now. For now, it's only gonna get worse, but for now, you guys are safe. Here? Oh, there we go. Could you come back another time? Just woke up and I'm not exactly in the mood for idle chit-chat. That's one way to avoid panic, I suppose. Pardon our intrusion. You may not have noticed, but a great danger has come to Thavnar. I encourage you to stay alert and prepared to flee the city should the situation turn dire. But before we leave you in peace, pray allow us to ask us a question or two. Did you know a local merchant named Kazal? If so, did you notice anything unusual about him recently? Kazal? Yes, I know him. In fact, we spoke just the other day. Like many others, his business was doing poorly. Still, it seems as though he managed to turn things around thanks to a generous offer from Rudava's fibers, while he was practically dancing in the streets. I haven't spoken to him since, but I assumed it all went well. Dija Baha might be able to tell you more, though. As I recall, he was one of those who brokered the arrangement. Dija Baha adds Ruvada's fibers. Let's make a point to visit him after we've spoken with the other locals. Man, these names are just torture. Oh, house. Kazal, you say? Yes, I've known him since he was a boy. If there was ever a man who was born to be a merchant, it was him. Always early to depart and late to return. He spent his days procuring the finest wares and seeking out willing customers. You could say it came to him as easily as breathing. Sadly, business was flagging of late. No surprise, really, with how dangerous travel has become. He was cooped up in his house from dawn till dusk the other day. No doubt racking his brains for a way to turn his fortunes around. Then at night I heard the door open. I looked up to see Kazal sitting on a bench, his head hung low. A man with the weight of the world on his shoulders. I see, the situation must have been quite dire indeed. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary? Nothing to speak of, other than the troubles with his consortium. He was the same old Kazal, cordial and honest, like always. These questions you were asking, has something happened to him? He wasn't caught up in that terrible incident at the bazaar, was he? I don't travel much these days, but my doctors told me not to venture outside. Stuck in here as I am, I've heard little about these bazaars going on. Rest assured, the city is safe for now, but the situation may change without warning. I urge you, stay close to your daughter and be prepared to take refuge should the subtrap order it. Well, these houses aren't very safe if people can just go barging in whenever they want to. Okay, so from what we know, Kazal, as we know, he was the leader of the consortium. He ran his own business there, but when the towers appeared, his business started doing poorly. We saw that at the beginning of the game when we first came to Thavnar. And it looked like things were really going bad, but then suddenly his fortunes changed with this possible new business venture, I guess. But I'm guessing something bad happened. At least I think that's how it's going. I don't know. Okay, discuss the way to Dhamma. If I'm not mistaken, these stairs lead to Dahamara, I think. It is quite the sight, the red sky above. Yeah. During the final days of yore, the heavens burned and stars fell. Creation magics run amok. That was my assumption when I saw Amarant. Perhaps the ancients believed the same. The terror of a single powerful individual was the cause of their calamity. And yet those selfsame horrors now manifest themselves before our eyes. What could it be that sets the heavens aflame and turns ordinary men into beasts? I have no clue. I really have no idea. I mean, what can do all that? I mean, I'm sure somebody is behind this. I still think of that creepy voice that we heard after we defeated Zodiark and we saw that vision of the world kind of turning to ash, so I don't know. They're farming silkworms. This must be Rudava's fibers, where we should find Dijambatha. Oh, these names are just gonna kill me. Oh, I'm tense. I'm really tense. Okay, we need to talk to you real quick, buddy. And hurry, I say. There's no time to waste. Pardon me, but you are in charge of buying and selling here, yes? We have a few questions that we like to... I'm sorry, but I simply don't have time to chat. If you haven't noticed, we have our hands full at the moment. We must carry all our wares and equipment to safety before those accursed beasts return. Really? If that's the case, might we be of assistance? Perhaps we could speak with when the job is done. Very well. You can start by helping us move our equipment. Ask the others what to put where. Well, Graha, you're being oddly cordial here. And you can carry our fabrics. Go through that door and speak with Kamala. She'll tell you the rest. Remember, these textiles are our livelihood. Handle them with care. Okay. You know something, I work in a warehouse, and so we often get packages like of heavy fabrics and carpets and rugs. They are heavy. I will tell you right away. They don't look heavy, but they are very heavy. Ugh. This area is for employees only. Out! Out! What's that? You come to help? Oh, praise be to Mindaruva. Kind stranger, I welcome your assistance. On your way here, you pass 3 storehouses, yes? I'd like you to carry that small crate to Nata Bredfal by the storehouse near the hatchery. The crate of clothing is for Mahununa. And that massive crate there goes to Zemaria by the middle storehouse. Watch your back with that one. Those are all the crates that we have ready. Once they have been delivered, consider your work here complete. Okay, so we have a limited time. Should you fail, return here. Okay. Where? Oh. Okay, so we have the light crate. Okay, so hatchery they mentioned. Zara Desert. Then you come to the right place. We thank you for your aid. Okay, ordinary crate. Oh, didn't have to go far. If you have any crates of finished products such as carpets, clothing, and like, bring them here to our primary storehouse. A crate full of clothing, is it? I can take that off your hands. Many thanks for the delivery. Alright. Oh no! Weighty crate! That's not fair! Oh! Now we have slow put on us! Okay... where am I going? I don't know where I'm going. Come on, I only have 30 seconds. Where am I supposed to go? Here. Is it upstairs? I guess we just wait and try again. Okay. Definitely not through here. Is that upstairs? Doesn't look like it. Oh. No, it's definitely downstairs. Okay, I can still jump. Damn it, where am I supposed to go? It's only around here. Oh, there you are. So, I say, you are quite the brawny one, aren't you? A good thing that. Never know when you'll need to defend yourself in these unpredictable times. Crate full of fabrics, is it? Exactly what I was hoping to receive. Here, let me put that away for you. Okay, we did it! I'm only sorry I missed it. We didn't have to run around like an idiot. Okay, Kamala. You're carrying out the crates to the storehouse, you say? And so quickly, too. Why, I've never seen anyone so strong. I and my associates will see to the rest, so please return to Diajabaha and assure him our work is proceeding apace. To tell the truth, we're grateful for this distraction. Too many terrible happenings of late, but generous souls like yourself give me hope that we may emerge from this trial even stronger. I pray that we meet again in more peaceful times. That's nice. Okay, we did your chores for you. Done as I asked, have you? If Kamala is satisfied with your work, then so am I. You have done us a great favor, traveler. So does that mean you'll help us? I hope so. I too have delivered the instruments and apparatus entrusted to me. You both have my thanks. With our wares safely stored away, we'll not lose any more to those fiends. I take it that your establishment did not escape the attack unscathed. We did not. Thankfully, most of our workers had already left for the day, but those of us still here saw it all. We looked to the burning skies in confusion, and then, before we could even begin to make sense of it, a hideous creature burst through the doors, shrieking. We ran for our lives, but one of my colleagues was not so fortunate. He cried out, a scream of such agony, such terror, and in the next instant he too sprouted fearsome claws. The sight of it caused another fellow to panic, and then he too transformed. I'm sorry. Is there something you wanted to ask? Indeed. You knew the merchant Kazal, did you not? I believe he has some dealings with your establishment. Kazal? I know him well. We arranged for his consortium to deliver a large shipment of fabrics, but in the end, we received a better offer and had to turn him down. I understand his business is struggling, but so is ours. Another of our most reliable trading partners agreed to transport the goods for a much smaller commission, and we had been fools to refuse. I felt terrible for withdrawing the offer, but you must understand, we simply had no choice. He tried to put on a brave face when I delivered the news, but his dejection and despair were plain as day. He said he discussed it with his associates, but I could tell he had all but given up hope. Dejection and despair. Looks like I was right. Negative emotions like this. You remember what we saw in Vanaspata, yes? Soldiers and jungle dwellers pushed to the very brink, turning into beasts one after the next. It would seem the same phenomena occurred here. The poor craftsmen attacked by the fiends, as well as those that witnessed it, all undergoing the change. I suspect that everything began with Kazal. By all accounts, it was he who suffered from the most profound and piercing despair. Wait, could that be it? That such intense emotions were what triggered his transformation? Much remains unclear, but I believe we are drawing closer to an answer. At any rate, we must discuss our findings with the others. So it's the feelings of despair. So when you give in to despair, that's when you transform. Okay, I see that. Okay. Can the despair in a man's heart consign him to such a terrible fate? Apparently. Beyond the depths of despair, Gratia is eager to share all you have learned with your companions. We were to convert with the others in front of the Megaduta, were we not? That should just be outside. With any luck, they have already returned from their own investigations. My friend, we must take our leave. I pray that your establishment is spared further tragedy, but remember, your lives are far more precious than any wares. If you are ordered to flee, do so without hesitation. Indeed, I thank you for your concern, and pray you two take care as well. Yep, looks like the others are there, or at least Thancred and Y'shtola are there, along with a bunch of other people. This can't be good. Finish your rounds and ready to share? Yep. Yeah, we got a large crowd, probably here to ask the Sut-Trap what the heck is going on. This won't be fun. It's hard to tell which are players and which are NPCs anymore. Okay, good. A cutscene.
There you are. You've spoken with the survivors.
Indeed. We thought to share what we have gleaned, that we might together gain a greater understanding of present circumstances.
Fortuitous timing. Alize and I completed our own investigations not long ago.
Then we should take a moment to compare notes. Shall we begin with the two of you?
So the merchant Karzal was gravely concerned about his business in the days preceding his untimely end.
The tales we heard were much the same. The first victims to be changed into blasphemies were all overcome with anguish of one manner or another. Then those who saw their loved ones stolen before their eyes succumbed to a similar panic, setting in motion a chain of transformations.
Fear, unease, despair. These negative feelings serve as a catalyst.
If so, then it is not unlike the calamity that befell the ancients. With their creation magics, they unwittingly gave form to untold horrors. Had they simply lost control, surely it would have manifested in many forms, not all of them monstrous. Yet somehow, this phenomenon is triggered solely by the darkness in their hearts, a common thread with what we now witness.
Okay, this is odd. What is
Common,
causing it?
but not identical. While the beasts the ancients faced were forged with magic alone, those of today are born of sentient beings. Why remains to be seen. But there is one fundamental difference between us and our predecessors. Our souls are sundered, whereas theirs were not. Perhaps that single variable makes all the difference.
Oh, that's interesting.
If I may, there was another detail that troubled me. We have it on good authority that Karzal's transformation took place before the skies began to burn.
What? If that's true, then the situation's more dire than we realized. It means even if there's no ominous sign presaging the final days, anyone, anywhere, has the potential to become a beast. Even in lands we thought safe, even as we speak.
This is happening fast. Just one thing after another.
Look! It's the Satrap! The Satrap!
Thank the heavens.
My countrymen, I am relieved and heartened to see you strong and safe. While the danger has not yet passed, far from it, allow me to assure you that the beasts that raged within the city walls have been exterminated to the last. Outside this sanctuary, the brave men and women of the Radiant Host and our dragon ally continue to battle our unholy foes. I pray these tidings put your minds at ease and help you calm your hearts. Have faith that we shall soon conquer this terrible trial.
Your Excellency, is there any word from Palaka's stand? My grandson was bound for there yesterday, and I worry for his life.
We are still awaiting a report, but I promise you, as soon as I have aught to share...
Your Excellency, I bring grave news.
You are?
I'm Matsya of Akyali.
Oh, it's him! I wasn't expecting to see him again.
Ah, I remember you from our first visit.
Wait, you're... But no, that can wait. When the skies turned red, I set off for Palaka's stand, fearing for the safety of a friend. But as I drew near the village, I saw dreadful beasts all about.
Oh,
No! Gods have mercy!
oh no, she's gonna turn, isn't she?
Your Excellency! Save my grandson, I beg of you!
We will spare no effort to save all we can, but you must remain calm.
Calm? You tell me to be calm? You saw those beasts? They tore our bravest warriors limb from limb! What if we are too late, huh? They catch him, stick their fangs into him?
Okay, she's...
The
This isn't good.
Oh,
no.
Get away from her, now!
Oh, God. It's just happening all over. Terrible.
Damn it! We've got to kill them before it spreads.
Oh, now you jump in.
We'll handle this. See the townspeople to safety.
Run as fast as you can!
Why are you just standing there? Grab your kid and leave. Oh. Why did you just stand there? Oh! Claire, don't just stand there. Go save him. Oh, all he want. Oh no! Oh no!
Vitra, our people, you must save them.
No, 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 no! Just eat him!
My son.
Oh no, no, don't!
Enough! You must run. For their sake and your own. Yes, you will survive. You must.
That would have been completely pointless then. This is... Okay, Raha. What's he doing? Oh, wait. Are we seeing a bit of the
Be
Crystal
strong,
Exarch?
my friends. Fear not, for we will defeat these abominations!
That's the Exarch coming through!
Brave men and women of the Radiant Host, lend your Stola and Thancred your aid. Let not a single beast escape. The rest of you, flee this place. Carry the wounded if you must. Head indoors or underground. Above all, stay calm. No beast will follow you. We will see to that.
Way to go, Raha!
Alphino! Alice! Leave the city to us, and make for Palaka's stand at once! Matsya, show my friends to the village. I promise you, they're more capable than the host's finest.
Right. Go with them, will you? We will save these people. As many as we can.
I'm not gonna lie, I love seeing Raha like that. That was amazing. He ruled an entire city for like a century though, so it really isn't a surprise. Oh, McGraha, that was impressive. That was really impressive. Okay, here we go. Damn it all! Staying calm isn't exactly my forte. That's true. We meet again. You do remember me, yes? Yes, I remember you. You saved my skin twice over in Yedima, and now I find myself turning to you for help once more, but let us tarry no longer. Okay. We must save Palakistan, whatever it takes. Matsya, it pains me to put you into harm's way, but I would ask your aid as well. Of course, Palakistan is not far, just down that hill. But as I told His Excellency before, the path was blocked by terrible creatures. I had no choice but to turn back. In that case, this is what we shall do. Here, I ask you to take the lead and dispatch any beasts you encounter. Alize and I will keep Matsya hidden amidst the trees and follow when the path is clear. There's no telling what dangers await us. Keep your eyes peeled. Okay. So this is actually the other half of Thavnar, it looks like. So we haven't been to this part yet. Okay, I can see the Aetheryte from here. Oh god, it's that thing again. Oh, it doesn't have any eyes, it's just a bunch of mouths. And a giant tongue. Oh, that's... Ugh. Just hurry up and die! I mean, I know that you're just going to disappear, but come on, it's better than this. Okay. Another destination, some more monsters. I'm betting worms or those tentacle things. Oh! A monkey and a wolf. I mean, I know that's not what they are, but... A pursuer and a stalker. Okay, new location. Is that all of them? Yeah, it looks like all of them. Let's speak with Alize now. Well, at least the village here appears to be in one piece, more or less. Good work, Claire, though I worry for Matsuya. Why? What's wrong with you? What's happened to them? It cannot be. Ooh, so the people are injured, it looks like. Or probably dead. We must heal those we can, and quickly. I see no beast, but stay on your guard. Okay. Collapse here and horizontal here. Oh, please tell me they're not dead. Cooling body has already begun to stiffen. Oh. Massive wood suggests the villager was gorged by a terrible beast. The villager has no pulse, nor do they appear to be breathing. Exhausted here. The villager's injuries do not appear to be life-threatening. He does not respond to your efforts. His breathing grows more ragged and shallow, and his vacant eyes are those of a man who lost the will to live. Even if I wake, the nightmare goes on. No, leave me to sleep. You call out, but the man does not respond. Okay, I think it's shock he's in right now, so someone's gonna have to have a look at him. Oh, let's go ahead and tune to this real quick first. I mean, I know we got some more important things to be worried about, but hey, you never know when you have to come back here in a hurry. Are they inside? No? I can't. Okay. Okay, frightened Al-Ra. Have you come to help us? Too late, my family, my friends. Okay, someone needs to talk to him too, because he's gonna be turning the next one to turn if something isn't done. Are these the only villagers who survived? I can only hope the others managed to flee, but if the rest have been turned to beasts, why the 12? Let us do what we can to see that the damage spreads no further, and no matter what comes, we must keep our spirits high, at least ourselves suffer a similar fate. Easier said than done, my friend. Easier said than done. Okay, but I think that's going to be it for right now. A lot's happened here, and I think we all need a moment after that last cutscene. But thank you so much for watching. And hopefully we're going to be figuring out a way to help, because this is bad. This is really, really bad. So I have a feeling that we're going to be fighting more monsters, maybe saving more people. Ahiwan is gone, so Vitra is not going to be happy about that. Oh, what if Vitra transforms? That would be awful. I don't think he would, but if he does, then I don't know. I do not want to have to face that, but more likely than not, he's going to have to reveal himself to the people, especially now that Ahiwan's gone. They're going to need a new leader, so he won't have any more excuses, really. Oh boy, but thank you so much for watching. This is Fantasy Girl signing out.